Embedded questions. Diving into if and whether. Hello, language learners. Welcome back to our series on embedded questions. Today, we're going to get into a fascinating part of this topic. That is, embedded questions with if and whether. We'll unravel how these two words can transform our sentences, enabling us to ask indirect questions more effectively. Before we dive into the specifics, let's quickly review what embedded questions are. They're questions that are part of another statement or question, usually following certain phrases, such as, I wonder, can you tell me, and so on. For instance, instead of asking, what is the time? You might say, could you tell me what the time is? The latter is an embedded question. Now, let's dig into the meat of our discussion, using if and whether in embedded questions. These words come in handy when embedding yes, no questions. For example, the question, is it raining? Could be embedded using if or whether, like, do you know if it is raining? Or, can you tell me whether it's raining? While both if and whether can be used for embedding yes, no questions, there are some nuances to be aware of. Whether is more formal and often used when there are two alternatives. For instance, I don't know whether I should go to the park or the museum. On the other hand, if is generally used when there's uncertainty involved. For example, I don't know if I should go out. Let's now practice forming embedded questions with if and whether. Remember, the best way to master this skill is through consistent practice. 1. Is it going to rain? Can you tell me if it's going to rain? 2. Are they coming to the party? I wonder whether they are coming to the party. Keep practicing these conversions until you feel comfortable with the process. And that wraps up our lesson on embedded questions with if and whether. Keep in mind the subtle differences between these two words, and with practice, you'll be forming these embedded questions naturally in no time. We hope this video has been helpful, and as always, happy learning!